Okay, you guys, I am just gonna say that I'm already struggling with lighting for this video. My face is coming off really weird, so we're gonna hope that we can get this filmed. I'm gonna just roll with it. So hopefully my face looks okay from where I'm sitting. I've got light coming in, so we'll see. So I know this video has been much anticipated. Is that a saying? I don't even know. But it's been highly requested, and I keep having people ask me about it, and this is a life update video, and I haven't had a chance to sit down and film because the last couple of weeks have been pretty insane. So I've been out of school for 2 weeks. I'm on summer break, and we went to my mom's, and my sister was here, and then Derek had districts for Taekwondo in Dallas, Texas, so we were there, and then we came back, and then we've had volleyball camps and soccer camps, and I'm finally getting a chance to sit down and film this video. So I apologize that it's taking me a little while. So back at, I don't know when it was, the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022, I talked to you about quitting my teaching job and doing my side hustle, my sticker shop, full time. That was my intention going into 2022. I was going to make that happen for the end of 2022 and so forth. My husband has supported me in my husband has supported everything that I've done. He told me that whatever I wanted to do he would support. I have talked to my sister about it, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my mom, and this has been a really, I will tell you, 2022 has been really rough. So we're not only going to talk about this decision, but we are going to talk about kind of where I've been standing for the first 6 months of 2022. So this might not be all fun and, you know, cotton candy and rainbows and all that. I'm just going to give you kind of a life update. So it was probably a good thing that this was the first year that my teaching contract did not get to me until the end of May. Normally we have our teaching contracts in April. I don't know what happened, but we did not get them until May. So once I have that, I have 30 days to make my decision. I went into my principal's office at the beginning, I think it was the beginning of April, excuse my phone, the beginning of April, and just told him that I was kind of on the fence. I didn't know if I was going to sign my teaching contract or not. Kind of explained where I was, and I just was upfront with him about it, that I didn't know if I was going to sign it. I was not sure. I was 50-50 at that moment, and I was waiting for God to give me a sign. I'm really big on timing and listening to what God tells me to do. And all of a sudden, it was me and my mom and Kate were going to Orange Beach for her cheer competition. And it just, I don't know, it was like, I don't know if it was that God moment or something that told me that I needed to sign my teaching contract. And so it was a lot of things flooding in my head at one moment. It was like, Derek, so the way that the school district works that we are in is everything is on one campus besides the high school and the primary. So high school is 10th through 12th. That's where my husband works. And primary is pre-K through 1st grade. So 2nd grade all the way through 9th grade is on the campus where I am. My son is going to be the building over from me. So we have we have 4 buildings on our main campus, then plus the admin building. And y'all, I'm going to be rambly here, so I just apologize if you're not somebody that wants to hear all the talking, because today is going to be a talking video. So, and I have nothing written down, so I'm just kind of talking from the heart, and we're just going to go where it leads us. So Kate is leaving my building this year. So I've had Kate in my building for 6th and 7th grade. And that has hit me really hard that she's going to 8th grade. And I don't want to get all sad. But when we moved here, she was in kindergarten. And, you know, I'm sitting there, okay, Kate's going to be in my building. Kate's going to be in my building. I teach middle school. So she gets to my building, and she's been with me the past 2 years. Now she's leaving me, and she's going to the junior high. So she'll be in the junior high for 8th and 9th grade, and then she enters my husband's building. So junior high is on the same campus with me. Now, Derek is going into 4th grade, which is in the intermediate school in our district. Intermediate is 4th and 5th grade. So he will do 4th and 5th grade there, and then he comes to the middle school for 6th and 7th. So that alone was like, okay, it was just a light bulb moment. If I quit my job, I'm not going to be in the same, like, walking distance from both of my kids. And at any moment, if they need something, I can walk across campus or walk next door to get them or give them something. So if anything happens, I'm right there. So, and then by the time they leave me, they'll go to my husband. So one of us is there at all times with them. So that in itself was like a light bulb moment for me. I'm like, sometimes things aren't just about me, it's about my kids. So yes, being at home would be great, and I could come pick them up from school, but I won't be there during school. So that was a big thing for me. So I wanted to be there for Derek and Kate, and by quitting my job, I was not going to be able to do that. Okay. Also, number 2 is I decided there was two big things that I really needed to purchase for this year. So I had set up money, a little cushion on the side of my business in case I did make the decision to quit my job. So I would have a little bit of cushion in case I didn't make the amount of money that I needed to make to cover my salary. So, and then I was like, I wanted to buy an industrial cutting machine. So it is one that I won't have to stick the papers in the silhouette and all that kind of stuff. And that equipment is $5,000. So if you watched my live last week, you kind of saw it sitting in the background. It's not put together yet because I need a new laptop. So that's the second thing. So we're looking at $5,000 that I needed for this machine. Did I have to have it? No, but y'all, I do a lot of small shop research. So I watch videos. There are certain small business owners that I do follow, and several of them had this machine, and they said that, you know, if you have a small business, you need to buy this in the beginning just to make your life easier, because it'll get to a certain point where I can't physically do it all myself. So this machine, I can put paper in there and it will just lift and cut as it needs to. I won't have to stand over there and manually feed the machine. So with the $5,000 machine and then needing a new laptop right there, and I finally ordered a new laptop. And y'all, I'm gonna be upfront with you. I'm gonna tell you how much everything costs. There's no reason to be kind of, you know, hide all of it, because it's important for you to know why I made these decisions and the cost behind all of it. So I finally ordered a laptop, which is on back order. Everything seems to be on back order. So the laptop I was wanting, I've been watching it, and it's not been available yet. I think with all of the supply issues, and y'all know the past 2 years we've dealt with all of these. So I ordered the laptop, but it's on back order. So at least I'm gonna get it. So that was $2,500. So that is $7,500. So that alone, I'm like, I need the 2 incomes so that the side business money can go to pay for these machines, and then my income can pay for the bills like it's been doing for the household. So my husband and I have the same account, so everything comes out of one account, but I can't be having, you know, half the bills coming out of the business account, because I have a business account and then I have our personal account that we use for both of us. So I'm like, I can't have these bills coming out of my personal account at the same time that I need to pay for these 2 big things. And you guys, it was really important for me to get the laptop. I didn't want to download the cutting software on the laptop I have now. My laptop is amazing. Yes, I do have a MacBook, but after I use that for basically lives and all of that. So it's used for like videoing purposes, lives and all of that. But I've heard that sometimes the print quality, if you use a MacBook, isn't as good as if you have the, you know, Microsoft based laptop. So I'm like, I'm already used to that laptop. That's what I want. So you guys, I have an Asus laptop. My husband picked it out for me at the beginning of 2016. So that laptop is 6 years old. It has been amazing. The best laptop that I have ever owned. So, but it's starting to get slower. And I've cleaned it off and all that, but I don't feel like downloading another program on that laptop is going to be wise, because it's already getting to where I think it can't keep up with the speed that I'm needing it to keep up with. So I'll be in the middle of cutting on my Silhouette and the program will crash. So that means if I got 4 sheets cutting, I've ruined 4 sheets of paper. So then I will have to reload and all of that. So I'm like, I need to wait, get a new laptop for the new machine. So I'm going to try to use both at the same time. So I just, in my brain, with those 2 things alone, was like, I can't quit my teaching job. And you guys, my teaching job is, my husband says I probably have the one of the best jobs in the district. So my class is basically I just monitor type class. So I teach keyboarding, and they have a program. They do the program. I monitor it. I make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do, grade their assignments and all of that. So I don't have a high stress job. This summer is going to be all about prepping my shop. So I'm trying to get all of the sticker dividers done and getting all my stickers organized, and I'm trying to make my shop kind of ready to ship. So a lot of it is kind of front loaded. So when it's time to do orders, that I'm not like busting my tail in till 12 o'clock at night. So I'm trying to get a better system. So that in itself, with me needing those 2 major purchases for my business, in addition to purchasing sticker paper, because I do that in bulk, and having to purchase ink, HP, the ink, what's it called? My mind's gone blank. The ink program is amazing. So if you're wondering about the ink, I highly suggest using HP's ink program. I don't know what it's called. It's like, it's lost me. But it takes away one stressor, and it's one less thing that I have to think about. So it's communicating, HP communicates with my printers, and it knows when my ink is low, and it just, instant ink is what I use, instant ink. And it automatically will order new and ship it to me when it's needed. And I'll get an email that says, hey, we're shipping you another ink cartridge. And you guys, sometimes they'll just randomly send you ink that they don't charge you for. So it makes, and the ink cartridges are a lot bigger than the ones that you can get from the store. So it lasts longer. So that in itself, and I'm like, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. With the prices of everything going up, everything, it's nothing is stable right now. Okay, so you guys may love my shop and you may purchase from me and love everything you get, but with everything the way it is right now, and the price increases and the gas, let's not talk about it, and all of that, we just don't know what life holds for us next month. We don't know how high these prices are going to go, or what our, financial situation is going to be. So with the market and the economy so iffy right now, I didn't need to step away from my job that's not that bad, and that, I get a salary. I know that's coming on the 10th and 25th of every month. I could not walk away from that, knowing that the economy is not stable. And you guys, even I pray for, and here I go getting emotional again. Nathan and I have put ourselves in a pretty good situation to where, you know, the cost of things, we can juggle it and make it work because we do have a little bit of cushion. But not everybody is blessed with the situation that we have. So it hits me really hard to know that there's people out there that are struggling to pay their bills and, you know, to put food on their table for their family. And that's really hard for me to grasp and to swallow, and I get really upset about it when I think about it, because, you know, I've got kids in school that, you know, their parents struggle, and, you know, so I see it, and I'm very blessed. But please know, if you're one of those people that's struggling, I am praying for you. And y'all, I hope that our economy turns around, because it is awful. It's awful. I know when we go to the grocery store, I buy normally the same things every single time. So I know I'm gonna get the same coffee, and I'm gonna get the same, you know, cat litter, and I'm gonna get the same breakfast bars. And 2 items alone, I think it was cat litter, was $4 more. And then, what was the other thing? My breakfast bars were like $1.50 more. So right there is $4, well, right there is $5.50 in 2 items. And then there was another thing that we bought that was $4 more. I don't think detergent was that much more. But the 3 things, I cannot remember what that third one was $4 more. So right there in 3 items, you're looking at $9.50 more. That's just 3 items. I could go on and on. So just know that I'm praying for you guys if you are stuck in a situation that you are just having a hard time making it right now, and I'm praying that we make it through it. So with those 3 things, I had to sign my teaching contract. It was, even though my husband was all for it, the stress of, I opened my shop, I think it was the last opening in April, and I was sitting there for like 30 minutes or an hour, and I hadn't had any orders, and I'm like, okay, I think this is God telling me, okay, here's a little bit of something. So I ended up doing fine with that opening, but just the pure adrenaline and stress of knowing I don't have any orders right now, and if this was my full-time job, I would be struggling, was not fun. So it put a little kind of, you know, feeler in my head, a little light bulb going off. So I signed my teaching contract. Now let me explain a little bit more. Let's talk about like everything. So where is that going to leave my shop? My shop is going to be exactly like it was. Now, I may not be able to have my shop open all the time like I really wanted to, but you guys, sometimes you just kind of have to adjust things as they go. So does that mean that, you know, next year I'll sign my teaching contract? I don't know, but I'm going to keep you guys informed along this journey. It could get to the point where my orders every single opening are pretty consistent and I need to step away, but right now I feel like I can still balance it. Now, with that being said, let's talk about my mindset for 2021 and 2022. It has not been the greatest. This school year, everything has been really rough for me. I don't know if you could tell in vlogs and all of that. I've had a few breakdowns to the point where I think it was in the fall, my mom had to drive over and help me with the house because I had way too much on my plate. Okay, so in the fall, my husband is not able to help me as much as he would like. And it's just the nature of the beast. His main thing is he is the head football coach where we work. And when he is over the entire school's program. So he's not only the head of high school, but he's in charge of all the working parts. So he has to be at 7th grade games, at junior high games, at JV games, at high school games, and he's got to make sure that all of them are working. So he's got something to do basically every day of the week. So that leaves in the fall a lot of the running kids to and from is put on my plate. And this last year, Derek was in soccer, taekwondo, and football, and Kate did cheer. And then in the spring, she added track. So she was doing cheer and track. So, and I was teaching and running this business that I have. And I will tell you, I had to take several days off throughout the year just to manage it all. So I took some personal days, some sick days, some mental health days, just to balance everything. And I was like, I've just got to get through this year. I've just got to get through this year. So my outlook was very negative. Then turning 40 it's been really rough on me turning 40. I feel like, getting the weight off. I've always been blessed to have this metabolism that I could eat ice cream and the next day lose 2 pounds. And I've hit 40 in January, and now I feel like things are I'm having to work more. I'm I'll talk about that in a separate video. But with all that, so it was hard to balance everything with running kids to and from, working, and then doing the side business. It was a lot. And with kids being in sports and stuff like that, a lot of the weekends we were not home. Especially this spring, we were not home a lot of weekends. So every 2 minutes I had, I was at home cutting stuff and moving stuff and doing this and restocking the shop. So like YouTube was like, I don't have time for that. That's got to go. But this next year, Kate has decided not to do cheer. With where she was at cheer, so she's done cheer for, 7-8 years. So it's going to be a huge adjustment for me, but I'm used to having to take her 3 times a week, 30 minutes away to cheer practice and tumbling practice and all of this stuff. And I won't have to do that anymore. So that was a struggle for me, not only with the finances, but we made it work, but the driving to and from, and then the cheer competitions and all of that. So I feel like that I'm going to have more time to devote to my side business. So we'll see how it all works. So I'm not going to be on the road like 3 days a week going to cheer practice. So the stuff that she's doing volleyball instead, which it's going to be a lot of work too, but it's at the school, which is down the street for me. So I feel like that's going to be a little bit of I'm going to be able to devote more time to shop stuff. You guys, I have not been able to on Sundays. Sundays, Kate had cheer every Sunday. So there was literally, I don't think we've had one weekend all school year where we did nothing. So I could not devote an entire weekend to my side business. So that was a struggle. So I feel like that this next year is going to be better because I'm not going to be having something every weekend, both days. So you guys, I'm going to keep you updated on everything. So I just wanted to go ahead and film this video and kind of give you an update of where I am, that I did sign my teaching contract, and kind of the thought process behind all of it. So I want you guys in the comments below to ask me any questions that you might have, and I will do a second video answering all of those questions. Or if you see this link on Instagram, or if you see it in the Facebook group, go and add your questions, and I'm going to write them all down and I will answer them all for you. So just know my business is not going anywhere. It is my passion. I seriously live to work on my business. So doing the teaching thing is giving me the not stress of having to worry about paying my bills, and I'm able to pay for that equipment that I purchased because of you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully with all of this stuff, I'll be able to grow the business and it will be even better. So that's it for today. I'm sorry, I know this was a rambly, I don't even know if the word rambly is a word, but I rambled on. So this was a chatty type video, and I hope that I was able to give you an explanation of where I am right now and what the future holds and all of that. So don't forget in the comments below to ask me any of those questions that you might have. I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. You guys, hitting like on the video is very important right now. I don't know if you've noticed this, but YouTube is going through something. It's not sharing videos. I've watched content creators that get thousands of views, their channels tank, and I don't know what exactly is going on. This isn't my, like YouTube, I don't really make any money on YouTube, to be honest. Maybe we'll talk about that one day too. So it's basically just my way of getting information out to you. So definitely hitting that thumbs up button is very important. So I hope you do that. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.